Tonight, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for the Lions here. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. We get our first look now at Aaron Rodgers in his 17th season now with the Green Bay Packers. And, of course, coming off a great 2020 where he took home the MVP trophy.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A first down catch for Allen Lazard, who's turned out to be a personal favorite of quarterback Aaron Rodgers. He's carved out a nice role in this Packers receiver rotation.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. The numbers for Jones last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They run again with Dillon. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Rodgers going to throw. Dancing to his left. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Dillon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the new-look Lion offense here in 2021, led by their quarterback in his first season in Detroit after 5 in L.A., Jared Goff.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And the drive starts with a completion left side, and he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll try the air now with Goff. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Throwing to start the drive. Rodgers got his man complete over the middle. It's Watson. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6. On play action, it's Rodgers. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Watkins here. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The give is to Jones. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go with Jones. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They'll run here with Dillon. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Rodgers going to try and run. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Packers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. 10-play drive that time, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Jared Goff and the rest of the Lions offense set to go to work once more. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. Oh, he shifts past him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Goff on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Goff now looking to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Throwing on third, Goff. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The NFC's Pro Bowl punter a year ago, Jack Fox, on to punt for the Lions, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So here are the Packers now to take over. They've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. Of course, remember they beat the Saints a week ago, so some good momentum rolling right now. To throw is Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. CD, you remember John Elway?
Oh, boy. how could I forget John Elway and how many NFL defenses? So glad he's no longer throwing the ball around.
Well, Elway threw for 51,475 yards, and we just saw him go past that number for career passing yards.
That means his career now as memorable as John Elway's, and that's a pretty significant accomplishment.
Man, what an accomplishment it is. Congratulations. And he's still doing it. Still doing it at a high level. And he stopped immediately there. Romeo Okwara in on the tackle. Second down, another shot for Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Watkins on the jet sweep. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Rodgers now to throw. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A.J. Dillon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers add on to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Now Crosby for the point after. And it is now 21-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Goff. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Goff now looks to throw. Staying on his feet. And that will be incomplete as well. Here's Jack Fox now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A give to Jones. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he is going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll run it with Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Now they'll toss to Jones running left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 51 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. It's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away, but this one might be over by halftime.
And since you already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. On the return, Williams. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Getting set to go again here on offense. Jared Goff trots back onto the field. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Now Goff on first down. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Gone. And that's out to the flat for Swift. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. He's going to get that to Swift underneath, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. From the 24, Rodgers. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Watson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Throwing again on second and 10. Rodgers. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago, and those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. And our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On second down, Swift. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin it.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
Able to slither by. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
This is Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Swift. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. On 2nd down now, Swift. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now it's Swift. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Second and 12. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. On now is Seibert for the Lion field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Now the Packers get set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 118 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another 1st down as well.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
2nd and 5 now. Rodgers, a throw complete to the tight end Tunyon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man and try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. The kick by Crosby is good, and they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Goff. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st down, it's Goff. He's got it to Williams. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Goff throwing again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. This is caught by Williams. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A shotgun snap for Goff. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game, as we've seen in this one.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his 1st catch. Big reason they're losing right now. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Swift. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Hunter Bryant there to make the grab. And the Lions are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And here's Jones again on second down. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 142 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll run on first down. Jones. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Now Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Set him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. After the penalty, it's Jones. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. 2nd down, another shot for Jones. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Now Crosby for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Williams to return. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, pick them up. And someone jumped.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Green Bay, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.